Meanwhile, the Premier League returns this weekend, obviously, as well. And it's all about the tie at Anfield, isn't it? Liverpool against Chelsea. Liverpool go into this tie. Top of the table, of course, just dropping those 3 points against Nottingham Forest. Chelsea been a lot of fun to watch so far this campaign. They'll be looking to continue the way in which they've started the season. Taking a look at how the bookies have this game set. Liverpool are favourites, 3-2-1. Chelsea 18-5, a draw, 31-10. Jan Åge Fjortoft is with us. Hey, tell you what, Stevie, this should be a really good game, shouldn't it? I mean, there should be goals.
I expect goals.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing I think about in this game is Liverpool against Forest after the last international break.
Right.
Where they just weren't at it. I don't see that happening this time around. The fact that it is Chelsea and the fact that if you're on the slot, it's the first thing you say. We don't want what happened the last time. In terms of the game, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Chelsea's back four. So I think Liverpool, absolutely, if they're at it and get after Chelsea, then there's goals certainly for Liverpool. On the other side of the coin, Chelsea on the counter-attack have been pretty sensational. Cole Palmer, Madueke, I mean, even Jackson's been scoring goals on the counter. So, as you said, it looks like there's goals all over the place. But to me, it's about Liverpool. I think Liverpool are a better side than Chelsea. And if they're anywhere close to their best, they'll be too much for Chelsea.
It'll be interesting to see if Maresca flinches and changes this sort of way that they've started the season. You know, the sort of front foot, exciting. When they have been under pressure, as Stevie mentioned, they've been really quick getting the ball forward, and they've got a lot of bodies forward with pace, particularly from that front four. But as you're now thinking about, this back line has looked very shoddy, even against some of the weaker sides when they've been playing and dominating games, and they've been ripped open at the back. And does he think, I'm going to go to Anfield and be a bit more defensive? I don't think he will, because I think the philosophy that he's bringing in is much more attacking. But I just can't see... This back line of Chelsea has just looked vulnerable. And I just don't see them being able to go to Anfield and keep a clean sheet. Even the games against Brighton and Palace and other games, even the Wolves game when they battered Wolves 6-2, I think it was in the end. Wolves had a bundle of chances. I mean, but it was so open. Yeah. So even in the games where they've played really well and they've been exciting and they've scored goals and that's been great, they've just left too many little holes that when you think, right, the better teams in the Premier League will probably pick that apart. And for that reason, I think Liverpool will win. Unless, of course, he decides to go up there and play a sort of part the bus type of football, then he might have maybe that will give them a slightly better chance, but I don't think he will.
It's big boy time now, isn't it, for Arne Slot? It's been a nice start, Jan, but you take a look at the fixtures that are coming up. This is where we're really going to know whether or not Liverpool are going to be proper title contenders with a new man in charge.
Yeah, you can see that with these days, these games coming up. But I think he will. In a week where foreign coaches are not in fashion in England by some pundits, I think that it's very impressive, to see what Maresca has finally managed to do with Chelsea, get them organised. And with the boys, but the defence doesn't look that well. But Arne Slot, what he's done, don't underestimate the job you need to do after a big-time manager like Klopp. Because not only do you have to take his position, but you have to find a way, because Klopp is very dominant. Klopp is very influential on a group on and off the pitch. Arne Slot, he comes forward as very wise. He comes forward to make not big changes in the games, but still small changes that is there to be seen. So the way he has organised this Liverpool team, yes, it's easy to say after Klopp, there's so many good players. They haven't signed any big-time players, but still Gravenberch made him a bit better. You have so many going forward, and in the back, you're talking about the Chelsea defense being bad. What about Liverpool? They don't concede goals. It's like unbelievable how good organised they are at the back. So a big compliment to Arne Slot. Do I think they will be up there? Yes, I've said that before, and I think that I would still see Manchester City as the favourite. I was at the Fulham game. Fulham should have won if Traore had 1% DNA of goals in him. They could have won that game, but I think that they will be up there with the three of them going for the Premiership this season.
If you look at that lineup, if McAllister and Gravenberch play well in this game, Liverpool win.
Right. Because
the possession that Chelsea usually thrive on is turnovers. and McAllister and Gravenberg, any turnovers at that front four have been given away. In most of the games, they've been cleaning it up, particularly Gravenberg. So if McAllister and Gravenberg are on the game, again, it's just another reason why Liverpool are favourites and should be.
A lot more, of course, on this game tomorrow. Just take a look at the predictions that everyone has given us. Everyone's gone for a Liverpool win, actually. Impressed with their form so far. 3-1-2.
4-3.
Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Goals galore, Stevie. I love it.
Wow.
Get Liverpool's defence so far.